Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Deja Vu here, bringing you the winners match of Group C of the ODT of the OSL Star League. That doesn't have a sponsors yet, a sponsor. I guess you do usually have multiple sponsors, just, some of them get more attention than the others. But they don't have an official sponsor yet for the OSL this time, I don't think. I thought it was originally, some other company, but I don't know what happened. They don't really have like a logo anywhere, so I'm not really sure what's going on there in that case. This is going to be Gladiator, another Twilight map that is similar to like New Blade Ridge and La Mancha, which are both OSL maps as well, where you kind of have like circular ridges around like a center thing and some bases branching off from it. This is a 4-player map, unlike New Bloody Ridge, which we've seen in the first two sets. And to get you your starting positions, in the top right we're going to have Jangbi in orange, and then in the top left in white, I guess, we're going to have Shuttle. So Shuttle's a very good PvPer as well. Jangbi today, if you've been watching all of my games that I've casted today, you will have seen Jangbi take down her rank 2, who was another very, very good PvPer. Shuttle as well is very, very good as well. During those days, if you can remember a couple rounds ago when New Empire of the Sun or Empire of the Sun was a map, it was basically a Protoss heaven, and Shuttle played every single week on that map. So yeah, that was he was the PvP ace of STX. That's what he did. He did PvP, and I think he's still got like a 65% win rate or something like that. Something really, really strong. I think Jangbi, through his slump, I think he fell down to about 55%, 54%, somewhere in there with his PvP. But he's definitely no slouch. He's definitely really, really good at this matchup, and it looks like Jamie's going to have the advantage of scouting, because Shuttle actually went through the middle, which is odd. Maybe he thought Jamie would cheese, but I haven't really seen Jamie cheese. It's been a while since I've seen Jamie cheese. He's not known as a cheesy player. I really don't think so. He does have games where he goes for heavy harassment, which is, I mean, if you go for it quick enough, I guess it's kind of cheesy, but not really. I don't think he's really a guy that you need to be scouting across the middle for very often, but it looks like he came back around with that probe, so he's going to come back into Jamie's base first. And Jamie, again, looks like he skipped his first Zealot again. Usually, a lot of times in modern PvP, what you do is you build a Zealot and a pylon first, and then get your core if you want that, and then you can get this, so that way you have a Zealot out just in case your opponent goes Zealot first and comes on the harassment. But I mean, Jamie against her rank 2 this game, and yeah, he's just completely not even bothering. He's just going for that core first, to get his tech up and running as quickly as possible, get that range spinning, get his first Dragoon out. I mean, he's just skipping that entirely. I mean, you still get that Zealot, of course. There, you can see he just produced that Zealot, but just not as concerned as most other players are that there could be harassment coming their way. Jamie, I think that's a sign of very confident play. He's just not too concerned, and just playing the way he wants to play. So I like that from Jangbi. I actually like that a lot from Jangbi. He's consistently doing it and consistently getting away with it. It's kind of dangerous, but Jangbi is a guy that skips a lot of corners. He skips a lot of corners. He cuts everything that he can in order to get his tech, in order to get whatever he's trying to build to. He tries to get it out as quickly as possible, and that's something that he's always done. He's done that for years, and occasionally it catches up to him, but recently has not, doing this kind of a build has not caught up to him, and he's again pushing out here with a single Zealot and a single Dragoon. Again, he might try and catch his opponent off guard and start picking at his opponent's Zealot that's on the ramp, or possibly get out there before Dragoon's able to get out for his opponent, and just trying to do what he can in terms of aggression, which I really like as well. Jamie's out here. There is a Dragoon out for Shuttle. I think it probably went chasing that probe or something, but there is a Dragoon out, and Jamie, no, he only has 2 probes on gas. Yeah, he only has 2 probes on gas, so perhaps this is part of a build to get his natural expansion up again very, very quickly, get his macro going. That is possible. It does look like Jamie is going to be leaving Shuttle's base. He's backing off with that Zealot and Dragoon, and checking out the probes, checking to see why he only has 2 on gas. Is that a mistake? Oh, he's going for 3-gate Goon. That's why he's only got 2 on gas, because he's going for 3-gate Goon. So that explains it. And explains what's going on here in this game, why he's doing that, and getting that Dragoon range going. And with those Dragoons back now, he's going to be able to stop any sort of a probe scout. And he's actually sending a Dragoon to the scout. For a second, I thought he was going to find that probe for Shuttle, which would have been a great example of Star Sense. But nope. That probe for Shuttle did already run away. But right now, there's absolutely no idea in Shuttle's mind what is coming his way on from Jangbi. Whereas on the other side, okay, it looks like Jangbi now has three guys back on gas. I thought that was weird. Okay, he's getting his gas flowing again. But right now we got a 2 gates and a robo up for Shuttle. And will we see an observatory or will we see a Reaver out first? That is going to be a big decision coming up here. And Dragoon range has finished, but it looks like Jangbi's still waiting for another round or two of Dragoons before he really pushes out there. And that is a support bay. So he is going to be getting Reavers out first. So if that Reaver gets out and he's got good control of it, he would be in good position to defend. However, remember that this is Gladiator. Gladiator has reverse ramps. Your main is on a low ground. So if Jangbi can actually force Shuttle back into his base with his larger Dragoon count, he can actually gain a huge advantage and attack down into his opponent's base, which, similar to maps like Byzantium, which was an older map that had that a lot. Basically, any map with a reverse ramp, if you can go attack down into your opponent's base, you are in great shape. And we do have an engagement coming here as Dragoon count looks very, very close actually for both these players. It's just not how it should be. Jangbi should be ahead on Dragoon count. I don't know where all of his Dragoons are, but it looks like his micro might be a little bit better. He's got one more Dragoon and he's got one more Zealot left, and it looks like he is out microing Shuttle, or maybe he just had 1 or 2 Dragoons more, and that was all the difference he needed, and is actually going to win that battle. And it looks like he's bringing in reinforcing Dragoons as well. Reaver is out right now for Shuttle, and Jangbi's actually going to back off. Seeing that Reaver, going to back off with his Dragoons, not going to try and push down that ramp, just going to hold the top and keep up the pressure and maybe even expand behind this. I would not be surprised at all to see Jangbi expand behind this, seeing that the Reaver's out there, knowing that he's probably going to struggle to continue the assault unless there's a mistake made by Shuttle. He could just expand out of this, and it looks like Jangbi's actually preparing for a possible Shuttle run by. If the Shuttle tries to go around, he's got Dragoons wandering around trying to find that spot and take it down. Looks like Jangbi's actually getting a robotic support base, so not going to go get his natural up. He's going to go get Reavers of his own and going to try and continue the assault that way. But once he gets his own Reavers, he can start attacking down into his opponent's base even more effectively. And a couple Reavers out now for Shuttle, and they're going to pick off the lone Zealots remaining on the map for either player. The Zealot is gone. But these 2 Reavers are very, very powerful, but because they're attacking up, and by the time if they were to crawl up that ramp, I mean, sometimes you just get some really bad AI work on that ramp. So on those ramps, you got to be careful when you're controlling your Reavers and things on ramps. It's just a terrible spot. I just hate the ramps sometimes, and bridges. In this game, the AI is just very, very poor. So the sign of a good player is someone who can actually navigate those ramps and knows how to move his units across bridges, things like that. Those are really important skills to have as a pro gamer, being able to navigate those problematic situations. See what we've got going on here from Shuttle. I was hoping they would click on that building to see if that was a citadel of a dune or just like a pylon or something. Unfortunately, they did not. And we do have an observer out right now. And here comes a big fight out here. 1 Reaver out for Jangbi, 2 for Shuttle. But Jangbi has that Shuttle still alive, which means that he's going to win the Reaver battle. Both Reavers go down for Shuttle, and his Reaver still alive and kicking, and Shuttle not focusing fire on that Reaver at all. So this Reaver just going to continue to do tons and tons of damage, and Shuttle actually Jangbi going to win this battle with his Reaver just doing, his singular Reaver did twice the damage that combined of the 2 Reavers of Shuttle. That Reaver did fantastic with Shuttle not focusing it down properly, not able to do so, and with all the other Dragoons shooting at him, could not spare the shots, and unfortunately he pays the price for that and is unable to break the contain. So he's not going to be able to get his natural expansion up, whereas Jangbi is. So as this game continues, Jangbi will be in a huge advantage economically, but also even immediately he's got a Shuttle and a Reaver, whereas Shuttle is probably just getting a Reaver out right now. I mean, he can't afford to spend money on a Shuttle right now, so yeah, we do see a Reaver out, but no Shuttle, so still no mobility on that Reaver. A second Reaver has been produced by Jangbi and crawling towards his natural expansion. And Shuttle trying to take advantage of sight range, trying to use the fact that he has an observer out and try and pick at the Dragoons from the low ground. Despite the mischance, if you can bring 4 or 5 Dragoons in there where there's only 1 or 2 for your opponent, you will win that battle, of course. And here comes Shuttle with a Reaver shot, going to pick at the Dragoons a little bit, pick at some of their shields, do a little bit of damage. to the forces that way. And it looks like Jangbi now has his first observer out. Once it gets into range, it will get very, very interesting to see who will pick off each other's observers first. And here come 2 Reavers for Jangbi now, and only 1 for Shuttle. So once again, Shuttle gonna have to go down and back off his ramp. And this is just looking really bad for Shuttle. Just long-term thinking, it's gonna be so hard for Shuttle to win this game. It's just gonna be very, very difficult. With Jangbi getting his natural expansion up, and that base is going to start kicking in the next minute or so, he'll be in really good shape to throw down a bunch more gateways and just start pumping a lot of units. He'll be able to pump a lot of units, and yeah, I mean, we could even see, you could legitimately see a break coming once that second base starts to kick in. We've got some pylons coming up from Shuttle and things like that, but nothing. Neither players throw down a Citadel yet. We see no indications of Templar tech from either player. Just see both players content to sit on Reaver tech. And this Shuttle, or this probe for Jangbi, look at it, just wandering around the map, checking out all the possible base sites, wondering if Shuttle possibly dropped off a probe with that Shuttle and then snuck a base in or something like that. Jangbi suspecting it. However, there is nothing for him to find, but he will continue scouting out. His observer is going to see this Shuttle moving out for Shuttle, and he should be able to prepare for it. And the other big thing about that is that Shuttle has a Reaver in it. Actually, it does not. It only has a probe that is going to set up a hidden base that's going to be completely scouted out and should be nullified by Jangbi instantaneously. I think those 2 or 3 Dragoons are heading straight to that location, and that's going to do absolutely nothing. Yeah, he sees that. He's going to send a few Dragoons over there, and that base is going to have nothing going on. And nice snipe there. Nice observer snipe by Shuttle, able to sneak in there, pick off that observer, and then back away. And Jangbi going to come in here and take this down immediately. I actually almost wish that he would let that Nexus warp in and then take it out. Let him waste all of that money for the longest period of time possible, and then take it out. And you know, you don't get to recoup any of your losses if your Nexus gets blown up after it's built. You can't recoup anything. But no, instead he's just going to take it out immediately and force to cancel. Every time one of these guys produces an observer, they move it into battle and pick up their opponent's observer, just back and forth. We've seen like 3 observers die this game, just going back and forth as they produce observers. And Jangbi really, I mean, every second that this game goes on in this kind of a position is a bigger and bigger advantage for Jangbi. He's just gonna look at this. Now we're just getting to see a couple more gateways coming up, and Shuttle's just gonna need like the greatest micro ever and the best engagement he's ever had in his entire life in order to break this containment. It's just that strong. We do have a Citadel for Jangbi as well, so we're gonna start building up towards Templar tech. And what is Shuttle preparing for? Is he preparing for an escalator or something, or moving out with his Shuttle? Not really sure what's going on. Looked like he was maybe trying to prepare for something tricky and saw the shadow of that observer and decided, okay, he sees it, so I'm not going to go anywhere. And some more Dragoons. Look at that. So many Dragoons for Jangbi pushing out here. And 2 Shuttles now for 4 Shuttles, so we might actually see some sort of a break coming in here with these Shuttles. And they're going to run right into Dragoons, so they are going to have to back off. And one of those Shuttles is actually losing almost all of its life, just 40 HP left. I think he was going to try and a modified elevator, I guess. Yeah, just gonna try an elevator out of his base and try and get some Dragoons outside, so that way he can break this contain. But Jangbi having absolutely none of it, and now Shuttle deciding this is time to just get going and try and break it with some of those Dragoons for Jangbi out of position. And he's getting a lot of his Dragoons up, and he's got 3 Reavers in play as well. Jangbi's only got 2, and will it be enough to get a victory here? And one of the Reavers looks like it's about to go down. One of the Reavers does go down, and the second one gets picked up, but a lot of Dragoon blood from both players. There's so much Dragoon blood, but it looks like Jangbi just has more Dragoons, and GG from Shuttle, which means Jangbi advances into the actual OSL. I believe it's the round of 36, so Jangbi advances. He is going to get out of this group of C, and that means Shuttle will go to the final match where he will play the winner of the ZVZ between S2 and Shine.